Okay, we're looking at the model number 3134A-2ST. This is a machine to put two flanges on a tube simultaneously, or one end at a time. It's got one head that is portable or movable, and it can be adjusted. Also has one stationary head, which is right here. And you see the clamps there. And then we go over here. This is the adjustable head. And you see the clamp there, and you have the two-stage dies. On both of them you have A and B. We're looking at the forming cylinder. We're looking at the clamp cylinder. We're looking at the control panel. You have the clamp cylinder, form cylinder, and the tool position cylinder. On this switch here, you can use on the tooling station A, station AB, or station B. And here we have the selection for the head. You got the left side and the right side. If you want to just form the left side, you put it on the left, or the right, you put it on the right. If you put it in the middle, both heads apply. Now here we're looking at the tube stop assembly. This is a air rotary actuator. You can see that there's a proximity switch there. If that switch is not made, you cannot operate the machine. The reason for that switch is to make sure that the tube stop arm, which is below, we'll get another view of it on the other side there, has to be out of harm's way before the form cylinder can form. Okay, now when we come on this side, you see there the first one is a flare die, the second one is a flange die. And you can see there's a tube stop assembly. That moves in and out. And when it's forward, the tube is positioned up against it. When the clamp closes, that tube stop pulls out of the way. We'll be showing a complete cycle of the machine shortly. We're looking at the right side head. It's exactly like the left side. We got two proximity switches here. That's for the forward and reverse. Here again is A and B. And we also have two proximity switches. Now, all the right proximity switches have to be made before you can do any forming. This is all explained in the service manual. This is the clamp cylinder. This is the clamp. Now we're getting a good view of the power supply. It's got dual pumps. You can pretty much see from the video here, you've got your oil level gauge on the side of the reservoir. You've got your oil fill cap that you open that up and fill it up with oil. We got two pumps here that are in tandem. And if you'll notice, each pump has an arrow that will tell you which direction the pumps have to rotate in order to pump oil to the system. This particular unit has a 35 horsepower motor. It's a 50 cycle. Machines will run on 50 or 60 cycles. Now we're coming here looking at the cylinders. The solenoid valves. And you can see that each station has its own set of valves. They're mounted on an aluminum manifold. And here we're looking at this right here. That's a pressure relief valve. For the system, each manifold has its own pressure relief valve. You can see the second one right down here, right behind those wires. There it is. So you got a valve for the clamp cylinder, the form cylinder, and the tool position cylinder. So each one has its own solenoid valve. Here we're looking at the other side of the reservoir, and here is a oil filter where the oil goes back into the tank and is filtered right off of that. Again, here's another view of the valves. These valves are all supplied with photos in the service manual, and each valve has its function that will be explained in the service manual. Okay, here we're looking at the tube position cylinder in the back here. There it is there. And you can see the two proximity switches. Again, certain switches have to be made before something else will take place or another cycle will take place. This is all to ensure the safety of the machine as well as the operator. Now, he'll show you, we're going to show you how the head moves. Very easy, it slides, goes forward, he can go backwards, forward. It moves very easy by hand. Okay, you see? Okay, that's good, you see. Okay, now we can see here that these rails go all the way to the back here. So this can form a tube approximately 55 inches long. And then we have some locks here. We have some, well, these are not locks, but these are guide bearings that are guiding the, because the head is pretty heavy, so it's guiding on the rails. Right here we have some locks. You can see there's one there and one there, so that when we move it to the position where we want, we lock it in the front and the back. Okay. What is he? Look at that, what he said.
¿Estos para qué los usan, Sam? ¿En dónde los usan estos? ¿En dónde los usan estos?
Yo puedo usar para,
Porque tienen...
bueno, electrónico y todo adentro, sí. Y puede ser calentones para pools o lo que sea. Ok, sí. Now we're looking at the tool that we use here for setting the distance from the clamp. The tube extends out on the clamp. We used it one time to set up the tube stop so that it's, extended out, so the tube extends out the distance needed to form the flange to the drawing. But this is only used once on the left side because the tube stop is used on the left side to always position the tube in the proper place on the left side, but then the tool will be used over on this side also, so that once we get establish the distance of the tube on the end of the clamp, that tool that we just showed will position it there. We lock the head in place, and then we get ready to form. And here you're looking at the tooling again. The first stage is the flare, and the second stage is the flange. Now we're going to go through an automatic form cycle to do both ends. We're going to go through a form cycle again, and it's very important that when we put the palm buttons, start the cycle, we hold the palm buttons down until the complete cycle is finished. So now he's going to go ahead and make a cycle, form it, see. Both clamps close, first stage comes in, second stage comes in, makes a flange, he holds on, up comes the clamps, stop, he releases it. The form cycle is complete. And here's the end product. You can see both sides are flanged. And it's a pretty square flange right there. You can see how square it is. You can see the cycle takes place in just a few seconds. Another product designed and built by AMH. This product is one of a kind and is designed especially for the specific customer's requirements. Another product designed and built by AMH.